I'm Andre Collins with Fellowship Stream, and I just attended the Launch FN Launch Network workshop. It was an excellent experience. Within one day, we got a broad spectrum of what it takes to raise capital from angel investors. And so I think we're off to a good start after this meeting. So thank you very much, Launch FN.
It's not about you. You guys are in sales. Congratulations. You're not in raising money. It's about the follow-through. Don't lose the car, call, prioritize. You got to do that. You're in sales, okay? You never know. It's a numbers game. You think you might have to talk to 5 or 10 people to do your deal to raise that $1 million? No. The Kieran says the Kuberan theory is, 15 times the number of people that you actually need.
Hello, my name's John Black. I'm with Gold Brothers Entertainment. Found Launch FN on the web. Had a couple successful calls with Ken and Karen. They invited me to the investor, entrepreneur, social mixer, quick pitch seminar on how to raise capital, art raising capital, and basically trying to help us pair up with investors. So we're here tonight. It's been a great turnout. We look forward to doing some business in the future, and look forward to any opportunities that Launch can create for us in the Atlanta area and the national area. Thank you.
What you're going to use to sell your securities with, right? So your marketing documents are going to be your plan and your presentation. Your legal documents are going to be your private placement memorandum or your offering memorandum, something that describes your risks and describes the offering in very cut and dry terms. And then you want to develop your strategy for reaching the investors to fill your capital funnel. And as you're working that, you want to work them through that, follow through by maintaining relationships with them. It's not a no until they said no. They're big boys and girls, and they will tell you no if it's really a no. Otherwise, it could just be a whole variety of reasons why they haven't made a decision. So master your communication style, right? You want to be able to know what your strength is, and therefore it helps you figure out what your investors' strengths are in that area. Understand your audience and their motivations. What is it that they're looking for? How can you relate to them? And then follow through to the close. Just like you be respectful and polite, but you keep calling, giving them additional information until they say, no, I'm not interested, or I don't know anybody, and don't call me anymore.
We got a lot out of the opportunity here. Was able to tighten up our loose ends and put some structure to our presentation, and look forward to working with you guys in the future. Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Penny Westbrook, and I'm CEO of Ladies Luck Club. It's an organization for single women. The workshop today was fabulous, and I would recommend it to anyone seeking capital.
Great, thanks. Hi, Susan Smith with Poochie Bags. Poochie Bags is an essential product for anyone that owns a pet. I've just attended the Art of Raising Capital workshop and realized that now I have a great resource to help my companies to succeed.
Great. It's the, what was Jerry Seinfeld called it?
The metrosexual.
But they're there when they go for a walk, or they're out and about with their dog, they go into Sunday brunch with the dog. Then, they've got something that they can, use as an alternative to their purse. And also,
my name is Sterling Barkley. I'm the founder of a company called Auction Bridal. I'm here at the Art of Raising Capital event. I've known Karen Rands now for several months, and she invited me out to the Launch FN event. And the reason why I decided to come is because I'm never disappointed by the amount of information that is disclosed through these type of sessions, and I find them extremely helpful for young companies like myself in moving forward and establishing a better footing and a better understanding for what it takes for companies like mine to succeed. Thank you.
It's Eric Morton,
company?
Future Creative Designs, with my product, Newsstand brand. And what I've learned today is that it taught me today that I may not be necessarily ready, but it taught me that I'm in the right place, and I'm definitely going to probably engage them so they can definitely help me further look out for more capital I need to raise to help move my venture forward. So I just want to say thank you guys for having such a great informative workshop for us today, and hope we get many more. Thank you.
To understand the state and federal securities laws, because the consequences can be civil liability, and that civil liability is actually personal liability. So your property, your house, your assets may be at stake if non-compliance is found and there's liability there. And unfortunately, there's also criminal liability that can result from violating the state and federal securities laws from an anti-fraud perspective. All securities offerings are regulated by federal law and the securities laws of each state in which an offering is made. So the statement that is of most importance is the unregistered sale of securities is illegal, but for an exemption. Okay? A lot of people may not know that. But whenever you're out there selling securities, if you do not have a state and federal exemption, in essence, you are breaking the law and exposing yourself to possible consequences. So it is important to understand what exemptions are available and what exemptions apply to your particular offering. There are 4 key variables that impact the registration exemptions that will apply. One is the nature and size of the offering, persons or entities who sell the security, disclosures made to investors about the security, and required investor qualifications.
It's always a pleasure to come to an event like this because when you're jaded and old like me and you think you've seen everything, you really get sort of re-energized and revitalized by the quality of the ideas and the enthusiasm of the people in the room. So that's why I like to support these events.
My name is Michael Norwood, and my company is the One Screen Team. It's a project management software. So I came to this seminar just looking for a better way to find investors, and I've already spoken with a lot of investors. I've raised a certain amount of capital already at this point, but I've always had a little bit of a difficulty understanding what's going on in an investor's mind. And without realizing that's what I'm going to get from the seminar, that is the biggest thing that I got from the seminar. Basically just understanding what the investor is thinking, being able to actually look at my investment from their viewpoint. So I want to thank very much to all the folks who gave the seminar, and Karen and Ken, and all I can say is that it was that alone amongst everything else, but that little piece itself was worth everything.
Actually,